Hi, hello, my dear students. How are you all? I am fine. Very good morning to all. Today we are discussing about exploring the world of science, class 8 new textbooks. Okay? Today we are discussing about introduction to science, curiosity, observation and scientific thinking. Okay? Now we have to discuss the topic and all of you ready to listen? Okay. Now we are going to take the class today. Okay? Carefully, all of you understand carefully, listen carefully and understand it. Okay? Today in this class we are discussing about giving topics science in daily life, curiosity and questions, observation, scientific thinking. We all of you know science is our life. Each and every action can be depending on science only. Okay, we are know that what is the importance of science. Okay, now exploring the world of science is discussing in this class. Okay, science helps us to understand the world around us and makes our life better, easier and healthier. Okay, suppose can anyone tell me where we see science in our daily life? Examples, so many examples are there. That is mobile phones and cooking food, fans, vehicles, electricity, medicines and all chemicals. These are all these are all depend on only science. Okay, now we have to discussing science is everywhere. Science is everywhere in our life, to birth to death. Okay, now we have to discussing the next topic, motivational activity. Here give some examples. Here, teacher, show the picture. The teacher is asking the two students, have you ever thought about these questions? First question, why does rain fall from clouds? Why does ice melt? Why does the moon shine at night? Why do plants grow towards sunlight? What do we do when we want answers to these questions? Then some expected student give the answer. We observe and ask questions. Okay, that is correct. Asking questions and finding answers in is called scientific thinking. Here the picture is knows science begins with curiosity. The picture is telling about science begins with curiosity. Okay, so if anyone want to know anything, that is called curiosity. Okay, students, can you tell me one question you are curious about? Why do stars twinkle? One student tells, why do stars twinkle? And another student, why do leaves fall? How do airplanes fly? Why does the sea have waves? These are all some curious questions to know the science. Okay, learning science. Asking questions is the first step of learning science. If anyone have doubts are coming, that is curiosity. and asking questions is the first step of learning science. Okay, this is some motivational activities in this lesson exploring the world of science. Next, we have to discussing about what is science. What is science? Here we have to explain the topic what is science. Science is a way of understanding that world around us through observation, experiments and evidence. Okay? Science helps us to understand nature, solve problems, make inventions, improve our daily life. Okay? Here, what is science? We learn about what is science. Now, we have to learn importance of science. The science helps solve problems, makes life easier, improves health, develops technology. So, we can understand the science is all around us. Okay? Examples from our daily life is here. Some more examples. First one is electricity. Electricity depends on science. Okay? Electricity helps us use fans, lights and many machines. And medicines. Medicine is also used by scientific procedure. Okay? Medicine helps us stay healthy and protect us from diseases. These medicines are making some formulas using some chemical formulas, and it makes very carefully use the scientific technology. Okay. Next one, communication. Communication means mobiles, TVs, computers, laptops and other wireless devices. Mobile phones and internet helps us to communicate easily. Nowadays we are using depend on internet only. Without internet there is no connection about anything. So we are completely depending on communication, use internet. Okay, and artificial intelligence also, these are all making use the scientific formulas and scientific technology. Next, transportation vehicles are making by using scientific formulas. Okay, vehicles and aeroplanes make travel fast, easy and comfortable. These aeroplanes are making by using by the aeroplane shape is making used by Bernoulli's law. Okay, and ships are making by using the also making its area and length. These are all scientific terms. So we are use them scientific formulas in transportation also. Next one, cooking food. Cooking food is science helps us in cooking food safely and quickly. Okay, this cooking food is depends on and heat and these some chemical changes. Okay, these are all depending on science. So all of us, all of actions in our life are depending only science. So science is very important to our life, by birth to death. Okay, birth to death. So we are our birth is also depending on science and our death is also depending on science. So science is very important. So all of you learn, all of you, it is very important to learn about science. What is science? Okay, okay. Science makes our life easier, healthier, comfortable and helps us to create a better world. Okay, this is what is science. I hope that all of my children understand this topic, what is science. Next topic, curiosity in science. who are asking questions, those people are very curious to learn something. Okay, that is curiosity in science. Here, students, what happens when you see something new? For example, if you see a rainbow in the sky, what question comes to your mind? Some students, if for suppose some students asked questions here, how is the rainbow formed? Why does it have many colors? Then teacher responded, very good. This is called curiosity. Curiosity means a strong desire to know or learn something. Okay. Here scientists are, for example, scientists, we have to know scientists. Scientists are very curious people. They always ask why, how, what happens if. Because of curiosity, many inventions were made. For example, Thomas Alva Edison, you know that he was a scientist. He invented the electric bulb after many experiments. That is curious people's life. Okay. Some classroom interaction we have to discussing this picture. Can you tell me one thing you are curious about? Yes. So many students are curious. Why? Possible students answers here. Why do stars twinkle? Why do leaves fall? Why do leaves fall? How do airplanes fly? Okay, wonderful. Asking questions is the first step of learning science. Already we have to discussing this topic and some more examples. Importance of curiosity in science. Now we have to learn about importance of curiosity in science. Helps us think and understand better. Curiosity helps us think and understanding better. Leads us to ask questions and helps in doing experiments. Okay, curious people are doing so many experiments. Very interesting, interested to do so many experiments, and leads to new inventions, and they are making so many new projects also. Helps us explore and understand the world, and he was they are thinking so many new technology to develop our our earth. Okay, they are trying to do something new. Okay, these are all curious people's life mindset. Remember, curiosity is the beginning of knowledge. Okay, if you, what do we learn? You think about the topic, then you learn the topic. So that is the first step of the beginning of the knowledge. Okay, science starts with curiosity and moves forward with questions and experiments. These are all curiosity in science to every people, that means every student. Okay, all of you understand this topic, curiosity in science. I hope that all of you learn about curiosity in science. Next topic, observation in science. Observation is very important to do so many experiments and making projects also. Look around the classroom. All of my children, once you look around the classroom, what do you observe? Observation means carefully watching and noticing things around us using our sense. What do we observe? The fans are rotating, okay, in our classroom. The windows are open. Light is entering the room. Students are sitting. The clock is on the wall. The teacher is speaking. These are all some observations in our classroom surroundings. Okay, scientists observe things carefully before giving explanations. So they give correct way of theorems or scientific formulas. Okay, why is observation is important? Why? If we have no observation, what happens? Because it helps us understand things better. Observation helps us understanding things better. If the understand the observation helps us find answers to questions, and observation is the first step is in scientific investigation. If you can do anything, first you observe the surroundings, and you can make so many projects, then it is successful. If you have not observed, you lost your time and lost your project. Okay, so observation is very important. Here we have to explain the observation is what, how important is given. Some example is here. Here we have to discussing this example. Okay, see here. If a plant is not growing well, we observe. Why it is not growing well? Is it getting sunlight? Yes or no? Is it getting water? Yes or no? Is the soil good? Yes or no? Observation helps us understand problems and find the right solutions. Okay, if the sunlight is properly fall in the plant, it is growing well. If sunlight is not fall in the plant, it is not properly growing. Okay, and the plant have sufficient water, it is growing well. If not, it's not growing well. And the plant have proper soil, good soil, then it is growing well. Otherwise, it's not growing well. These are some observations. Okay, so observation is very important to do anything. Okay, here activity, some activity is given here. Observe the leaf carefully. What is its color? It is green. What is its shape? Its shape is leaf shape. Okay, is it smooth or rough? Smooth. Does it have any smell? Some wet smell. Okay, so that is the activity what we observe. So here we have to take a leaf in our surroundings, plants, and observe these questions. Okay, here is some activity and some example is there, and again we have to observe ourselves also. Here giving our organs here: eyes, ear, nose, tongue, skin. Eyes, what is the eyes use? Eyes is used for sight seen. Okay, seen the sight. What is the purpose of ears? Ears are using for hearing. What is the nose purpose? Nose is used to smell our surroundings. What is the use of tongue? Tongue is used to taste. Okay, and what is the use of skin? Skin is used to touch. Okay, these are all some observations to our body. Okay, now another observation, examples of observation science. observing weather. Now, what is the weather now? Now weather is very hot because of summer. Okay. Now what is here? This picture is seen observing weather. What is about that? Observing the clouds. Clouds is given some rainfall, and rain. So sun is giving some heat. Okay. Next, observing the plants, plants growth. Here three plants are there. One is small, and there is a medium, and third one is growth compared to these two plants. Okay. Next, observing animal behavior. Animal behavior is it is sounding some different types of animals. Different types of animal behavior is different. Okay. Next, observing changes in matter. Here some baker is taken and pour some liquid and changes in matter. It gives some bubbles and some vapor also. We have to observe these pictures. Okay. So this is good observation leads to correct questions and correct answers. Okay. If you observe the question and understand the question correctly, then you give proper answer. Okay. I hope that this topic, observation in our science, in exploring the world of science, is understand. Yes, I hope that all of you understand this topic. Now we have to learn something new. Okay. And we have to develop our mindset to do so many things. Okay. Now we have to develop the what develop to do everything new. Okay. Then you have to come some questions in your mind, that is curiosity, and you can do some experiments, and you observe that what happens in that experiments, that is called observation. And we have to explain how to do, why do, when do, what do. These are all questions come to your mind. Then you can do some experiments and you can develop your knowledge, that is scientific attitude. Okay. Every student can do something with scientific attitude. Then he develops himself, and they develop our society also. So scientific thinking is the very important to every children. Okay. Every people. Okay. Then we develop our society with technology. Okay. So science is very important to our minds. Okay. Science is very important to us. So I hope that all of you understand this topic in exploring the world of science. Okay. All of you, thanks to listen my lesson today. This is very important lesson to you, and all of you know about science. Okay. All of you know about science, it everywhere. Okay. Now we have, if you have any doubts, please ask in comments. And all of you, thanks to giving this opportunity to teach you. Okay. Thanks to all. Thank you very much. Please like, share and subscribe my channel, and reach some more people who you like. Okay. I hope that all of my dear students understanding that today discussing topics. Okay, what is science, observation in classroom, and experiments. Those are. Now we have to give some questions to you to know how much understanding this topic. Okay. First one, what is science? And second one, what is curiosity? Third one, what is observation? Fourth one, why do scientists ask questions? Fifth one, give one example of science in daily life. All of you note these questions in your notebook and give the answers using your knowledge. Okay. Once again, we have to remember the topic today we learned. Now we are discussing about what is science and curiosity in science, scientific thinking, importance of science, observation. Science start with asking questions and finding answers through observation and experiments. This is you are today we are discussing the topics. I hope that all of you understand the topic. Today we learn exploring the world of science. The subtopics are importance of science, introduction to the science and what is science, curiosity about science and observation and scientific thinking. All of my dear children, I hope that all of you understand this topic. If you have any doubts, please ask in comments. Thanks to listening my lesson today. Thank you so much. Please like, share and subscribe my channel. We are meet again in next class. Until then, bye bye. Thank you. Thank you so much.